Hey guys, it is Monday here in West Virginia, so it's time for us to do our Mopar Monday. And today we have a couple of older Greenlight Cudas. Actually, I think it's one of their first releases. Let me see here what release. Yeah, it's going to be Series 3. They're from 2007. It's the stock and custom muscle car garage, and I got the stock and custom of the 71 Cuda to show you. And we also have a raw chase Trailduster to show you guys. And usually I don't get to chase stuff, but this one looks pretty cool. It can pass as like silver, and the price was almost as cheap as buying the regular version, so I couldn't really pass it up. So let's go ahead and start with the old school ones. We'll start with the stock 71 Hemi Cuda. So it's 1971 Plymouth Hemi Cuda, and you can see the price back then at Meyer. It was only $3.99. Crazy, huh? I wish they were still that cheap. So as you can see, collect them all. MCG Series 3. So there is a 65 Coronet, and then the 71 Plymouth Cuda. As you can see here, the stock one in Rally Red is a 71 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. The custom version was a 71 Plymouth Cuda 383 in purple. I just wanted to show you guys that because I figured someone wouldn't believe me because of the fact that it's... Why would they do a custom 383 car and make the stock one a Hemi car? Doesn't make much sense to me either. I think they should have went with the whole Hemi option on both. But anyways, so you guys can see that the custom is a purple 383 Cuda. And then they had a 71 Dodge Charger RT, and then they had a 72 Olds 442, an 06 Camaro Concept, and an 07 Ford Mustang GTCS. And anyways, so here is the Hemi Cuda in the Rally Red, which looks really good, with a black top, black billboards, black going, and then it has the graphite or silver shaker. That's kind of odd. I would have figured it would have had a black one, but some of them did come from the factory with that silver or graphite, I forget what they called it, colored shaker. And then some were even color coded with the car's color. There's actually a 70 Cuda that from the ad rods series from Greenlight, the newer releases, that is red, and it has the I forget what they call them. I know it's like an Enduro bumper when they're rubber, but I think they're just painted metal bumpers. But this 70 Cuda has painted bumpers, and the shaker is also red to match the Rally Red paint on the car. So that was kind of cool. So anyways, and these are from 2007. I forget when Greenlight came out. I think it was like 05 or 06, something like that. It could have even been 07. I don't remember. But anyways, here is the Cuda up close and personal. And for some reason, the hood has, I don't know, more orange pill on it than the rest of the car, because I think they're casted separately. So the hood's paint looks a little funkier than the rest of the car. It even could be like the start of zinc rot, but I think if it was going to get really bad, it would have already done it. Like that GTX I showed you on my short a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, it was blistered. The paint was just bubbling off of it, and when I squeezed the car, it actually cracked the quarter panel. So it was pretty bad. This one, though, I can push on it. It's not bending real easy or cracking, so it should last a while. And under the hood of these look really good, except for the point that they should have had the same color inner fenders and firewall as the car, and they should have been boxed off, kind of like well, like all Mopars. As you can see in their GTXs, see how the inner fenders and stuff are kind of look boxed? Because, well, that's how they came originally on all of them. A bodies, E bodies, B bodies, whatever. So these have more of an inner fender like a GM car, like a Camaro or a ladder frame car like the Chevelle. The Camaros were unibody, but they had subframes that bolted in, so they still had construction of the front suspension like a ladder frame car. But anyways, still yet cool diecast, and not many people make the Cudas. You have, I mean, you have Johnny Lightning, but there's, I don't know, the roof line looks a little low on it to me. And also you have M2. I would say M2 probably has the best 71 out there. Their B pillars look better because Greenlight tried to save a few bucks and they made this casting to be convertible or hardtop. They did it with a few of them actually, but this one here, I don't know, I think it's most obvious with the plastic roof, the way that the B pillars kind of contour inward. But it still doesn't look bad. It's still a nice car to collect. And as I said, we don't have many options, especially if you see the plate even says Cuda. That's kind of cool. Especially if you're like collecting stuff that's true to scale and you're trying to put stuff into a diorama. So it's kind of a little bit difficult. But as you can see, the M2 and the Greenlight kind of hold up to one another in the same size. But I guess the B pillars even on the M2 kind of turn in a little, but I don't know. It's just, you can see it's like a different piece for the roof on that one. But anyways, it's still a cool car. So this one has the rear window louvers, which is also a rare option, and it has the go wing, billboard stripes and such. And the 71 was really cool with the gilt fenders, and it was the only E-body to have the dual headlight. Well, the only Cuda to have dual headlights. I shouldn't say the only E-body because the Challenger had dual headlights, but all the other Cudas, the 70 had single headlights. Then 71, they did the double headlights, and then in 72, I think they went back to single headlights. So, pretty cool car. So now, moving on to the custom one, and I really like this one. This is it here, the purple custom 71 Plymouth Cuda. And I peeled the sticker off this. I forgot to take the goo gone and get that off of there, but it doesn't really matter. I'm opening it anyways. So let's go ahead and get him cracked open because it's the same thing on the back. And I already told you guys the custom version is the 71 383 Cuda. And this car is pretty cool. It's got the rear window louvers too, but it's got a different hood on it. And you can even see like how the paint color is different on the roof to the rest of the car. That's why the ones with the vinyl tops are a little bit better, because they kind of hide the mismatched paint. Because I think the plastic roof is molded in purple. I don't think it's painted. And then they just try to get it to match the car as good as they can. It's not that bad, though. And then this rally-style hood, I think that's what they called them with the twin scoops, that the scoops are made to the hood. They weren't separate like the twin scoop A-body hoods and like the Super B. I think it was a 70 Super B twin scoop hood. But anyways, these are made to the hood, and they... these hoods, anyways, by Greenlight, they look pretty good. They don't have the bad paint reaction like the Shaker did on this car. I have another two Cudas from Greenlight, a 70 and another 71. And the other 71 has this style hood, and it's the same as this one. The paint looks great. There's no texture, no orange peel, nothing. But the Shaker hood orange one I have, it's not as bad as this one, but it does have some orange peel on it. So as you can see, it's a different style engine with a dual snorkel air cleaner, and it has the narrow valve covers. Although this one didn't have really wide ones on it, though it should for the Hemi heads. And once again, I pointed out the inner fenders, they're kind of incorrect, but still, I don't display them with the hoods open anyways. The hoods are always closed. And this car looks fantastic with the white billboards and the white interior. And yes, they did make a couple of Cudas with white billboards. That's a very, very rare option, but it did happen. I was actually thinking about putting a set of stock rally wheels back on this car. Well, not back on it, but on it to begin with to make it look stock. But these white ones, white centered 5-spokes with the chrome lip, look pretty good on it. I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Maybe later on, I may put a set of rallies on it and take these and put them on one of my D100 trucks from him too. Not sure yet, but that may occur later on down the road to give it more of a stock appearance. So those are our Cudas, guys. Now, last but not least by far, is the Raw 1978 Plymouth Trailduster with backpacker figure in the Hobby Shop Series 16. And this thing looks really cool. I hesitated a little bit on buying it, but the price was only, I think, $12 is what I got it for. They were asking $15 and I made an offer for $12 and they accepted, and the shipping was only $5, and I think with tax and everything, I got it for less than $18. So for a chase piece sent to your house for less than $20, really ain't that bad. So I figured, what the hell, I'll go ahead and get this one to put with my 2 Green Machine SUVs from Greenlight, my Mopar SUVs. I have another Trailduster, Green Machine, the one from the Route 66 set I showed you guys, and then the Green Machine Ram Charger from the 2-pack of Dodge trucks. So now we got this guy sitting there next to him, and we'll go ahead and take this out of the package. But in this Series 16, you had a 46 Ford 4-door Super Deluxe, and then a 54 Studebaker Commander, a 78 Plymouth Trailduster, which is this guy, an 85 GMC Suburban 2500 with a police officer, so it must have been a police truck, and a 91 Ford F-150 LXT Lariat, and a 2020 Nissan 370Z with race car guy. So anyways, let's get this out and take a look at it. I'm not going to even take the backpacker out for right now. In my opinion, like, the Greenlight figures are a little bit small compared to like the American Diorama stuff and the M2 stuff. And the M2 guys, some of them are too big. Like the Cowboys, they almost look like basketball players, these guys here, because they're so tall. So that they are the tallest ones out of all of my figures, even from American Diorama. But the Greenlight ones have a tendency to be a little bit short. I already have the backpacker from the regular release over here, but I cut the pedestal off them and put them on just a flat piece of clear PVC plastic. That way it looks more realistic when they're standing there. But it made this guy a little bit short. He looks like a kid standing next to the cowboy here. As you can see, he looks really, really short. He's like 5 foot tall, and the other guy's like 7 foot tall or something. But anyways, here is the Raw truck. And the finish on this one is pretty nice. That was the one thing that I was looking at when I bought it, is how well the finish was on this Raw, because sometimes they have really deep scratches and they just don't look good. There is a little bit of, light areas by where the roof sets down. And they also painted the roof silver. I thought that was kind of a cool touch too. And then over here, there's a little dark area there. But besides that, the thing looks great. It just looks like a gray Trailduster with a silver top. So kind of cool. That's why I figured I would go ahead and get it. It looks good setting in the collection with the other Mopar SUVs. So that is it for today, guys. Oh yeah, and these chases are not numbered either. And we have some other cool stuff coming up this week. I will show you guys in a video probably tomorrow. We'll do a 2 for Tuesday or something. I have a prototype 71 Charger RT from Greenlight. It's the ones I have not for sale across the windshield, and it's really cool because it's possibly a one of one, and it is a different color than what the final production release was. And that particular car was originally sold at Mr. Norm's, the real version of the car. And it tells you all about that on the card that comes in the package with the car. And it's a Meckham Auctions one. So it's really cool. Nice background story behind the real car. And it's a cool piece to have in my Charger collection because I have quite a few 71 Chargers from Greenlight and M2. So that one is a nice addition. So we'll take a look at that probably tomorrow, Wednesday at the latest. We'll see what happens for Tuesday. But I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you turn on your notification bell so you know when I do drop a video. And please give us a thumbs up. It helps us move up in the algorithm and more people can find us and our channel will grow. And I appreciate all of your support, guys. Thanks for watching.